What's up, Orangey? You a good little orange kitty cat? Yes, you are a good little orange kitty cat. Hello there, Sydney Cat. How you doing today? This fine Thursday. Is it up close and personal with you, Orange? And your dirty eyeballs? You got gunk in them, buddy. Yes, you do. You got some gunk in them eyeballs. Oh, there was a big yawn. Hope everybody is doing well tonight. Like I was saying, this live stream is dedicated to Chris. I'm not going to say his last name because I'm going to mess it up. Alcernot, I do believe, with the Happy Cat Sanctuary, who unfortunately passed away with that fire a couple days ago, and the loss of many cats. And any supers that are in tonight's live, will go directly to the GoFundMe that has been set up, which has raised, I think, as of today, nearly $700,000. So, tragedy brings out the best of people sometimes, it seems like. Hello there, Bruce. How you doing? Hope you are doing well. Mr. Orangey is doing well. Excuse me. My breathing is not doing well. One must love all the pollen that we have out here. Had to do some serious sweeping earlier in the day with our screened-in porch. Rosemary wanted to be out there, which I let her out there, but she was kind of caked in pollen. And then we had a wasp in there, which it's wasp season, so we're getting a lot of wasps in our screen porch again, like we had last year. Don't want to kill anything, so I trap them in a cup and then let them back out. But definitely lots of pollen out there at the moment. Whoa, you're good, Mr. Orangey. So those of you who may not know of that fire that took place up in Long Island, like I said, it was, I think so far it's been called by the authorities accidental, but who knows? Hopefully it was accidental. You never know in today's world, unfortunately. But thankfully, a lot of the rescue groups up there in Long Island have banded together and are taking care of all of the kitties. Some of the cats got obviously burned. Some of the cats got obviously smoke issues because they inhaled smoke, so they have some breathing issues. To my knowledge, though, they are all being treated, and hopefully most of them will survive. I might do a updated video as time goes on, once more information is out there. As you can see, Tang here is, well, he's shedding a bit here, because this was just after a few minutes of him being on me. Also, some of you may know we are in the process of getting our home ready for a sale. We're very likely heading out to Arizona, more than likely. It makes the most sense in every part for us, like job wise. Obviously, we're not looking forward to a 2,000-mile car ride with 9 cats, but what can you do about that? They will all be sedated. How are you going to be, Tang, on a 2,000-mile car ride, huh? Are you raising your paw? Yes, you want to do that. No, you don't want to do that. You're not sure. You're not sure what you want to do about it. Rosemary's on the porch, out on the porch at the moment. Well, we'll get back out there again. How is the pollen where everybody's at? Like I was saying earlier, the pollen out here in North Carolina is horrendous. It is absolutely the worst that it has ever been on record. The streets are yellow and green. Oh, I'm gonna rub that belly. We're gonna visit with Max. He's sprawled out up there. We're gonna go check him out in a little bit. Once we kind of hang with Tang here for a few more minutes. Karma, I'm not sure if Karma's in the chat or not, but Karma, you've been a member for 6 months. Awesome. I swear sometimes I feel like I just started channel memberships just recently, just a few months ago, but I think somebody's been around for like a long, like 6 months for yourself, Karma. I think Raymond and Bruce, I think y'all have been around for like 8 months most part. We have some nasty pollen that I was talking about earlier. Had to do some sweeping in our screened-in porch because Rosemary was out in the pollen, or out in the screen porch, and the screen porch was just caked in with pollen. So I had to bravely get out there and sweep a lot of the pollen out, which was not any fun at all. Bruce, when you moved from Florida to Indiana, Randy was the only one who cried the whole way. Bruce, when we had just our three, when we moved out from Arizona to North Carolina, they were pretty vocal. Kitty, our Calico, who passed away, she was hissing at semi-trucks as they were moving along. I think Kitten was pretty quiet, and I think Zelda definitely was the vocal one. She's the one who got herself stressed out and had to go to an emergency vet because she was bleeding from her behind. But now I can't imagine, though, here we are in maybe a couple of months or so, traveling another 2,000 miles back to AZ with 9 cats now. It'll be quite the trip. I'll definitely do some filming on how that all is. I also wanted to say next Friday, unfortunately, I have a colonoscopy. Yay me. Going on, and I also through an ultrasound have gallstones in my gallbladder, so my gallbladder is going to be removed somewhat in the near future. So yay me again. But it's life. What can you do? Hello there, Glare Bear. I'm doing fine. Again, Glare Bear, this is just, I'm kind of dedicating this live stream and any supers that come within the live stream to the Happy Cat Sanctuary out in Long Island and to Chris, who passed away a couple of days ago. It'll be donated out to the GoFundMe page that they set up. Hey, Mr. Orangey. How is Sugar doing? Is Sugar, Karma, is Sugar and Pookie Bear, are they, you say you're giving her one-on-one attention. Are they seeing each other now sometimes? Oops, during the day? Sorry, Orange, I got your fish all wet. Hello there, Betty. Hope you're doing well on this Thursday evening. Thank you for joining us. Isn't it crazy? It's like 7:10 now, and it's still very light outside. It just seemed like just a few weeks ago, at like 5 o'clock, it was already getting dark. Bruce, when you made your trip from Florida to Indiana, how many cats did you have at the time? Did you have seven, six, seven, something like that? Five, okay. Well, I can definitely make a video out of the time when if and when we likely make this move. Couple 1,000 mile car ride with 9 cats, or maybe an RV. We're thinking about renting an RV actually. Bruce, you had 5 kitties and you had 1 canine. Okay. Are you bored with it, Orangey? Yeah, tomorrow we have a carpet person coming in. We're probably going to have to replace all of our carpet, unfortunately, and mostly because of that one right there. Especially our stairs. That one there, Mr. Tang, had violently and viciously torn up our carpet threads on our stairs. He's not been a good boy. He's been a bad little kitty cat. Adam, you were going to ask me about my health diagnosis. Pookie Bear spends a few hours a day with Sugar, and then he wants his alone time. She's pretty active and wants to play more than he does. Yeah. So Karma, my health status or health diagnosis. So next Friday, unfortunately, I still have to do a colonoscopy. My doctor recommended it. So we get to have fun with that in a week, nearly. And then soon thereafter, they found some gallstones in my gallbladder. So it's recommended for me to have a gallbladder surgery for it to be removed. So, and hopefully we can do this before we move, before we sell this house and move out of state. All right, let's go visit Maximus here. Let me see if I can get off the floor. My knee has been bugging me quite a bit recently. It's been very puffy and very sore. Hello there, Oliver. Hope you're doing well. I'm 45 and a 75-year-old body. Certain body parts, at least. Well, hello, Mr. Maximus. Oh, he's a good boy. Now, Mr. Maximus, let me check his paws. Hopefully he doesn't have any litter in them. He's been doing pretty good keeping his paws clean and not getting litter in them. He looks pretty good here tonight. He's got another curve upcoming. This upcoming Sunday, we're going to do another glucose curve on him. That's basically going to determine if we are going to still stick with the 3 units or if we are going to go to 4 units for him. Max, so for the most part, or Oliver, for the most part, Max is doing fairly well. He's still a little wobbly when walking. He's still got some, some issues when it comes to his back leg weakness. But hopefully, soon that'll start to get better. That'll just take time. Unfortunately, his diabetes kind of wreaked havoc on his cells they kind of ruined or destroyed some of his cells in his back legs, so they were damaged. So it takes time for them to repair. Karma, you think this crazy weather is affecting our knees? You can't bear weight on your bad knee and need to use a cane occasionally? Yeah. It's definitely worse in the morning. I'm sure anybody who has any kind of knee pain, back pain, any kind of arthritis, the morning always seems like the worst time. It's a struggle to get up and to get moving again after being in bed for 8, 9, 10 hours. You get stiff, very, very stiff, very easily. Hey, Orange. Later tonight, we'll be sub-Q fluiding Zelda. It'll be her night to get some sub-Qs. Thankfully, she's a good patient, and hopefully we won't have to give sub-Q fluids to Max anytime soon. But you never know. You got 2 screws in your knee, so it hurts all day. I'm sorry to hear that, Karma. That could be my future. I mean, I gotta imagine I'm definitely probably in the knee replacement club sometime down the road, and maybe even a shoulder. My right shoulder is not the best, so I haven't had a surgery basically my whole life. I mean, I had my tonsils removed when I was like 6, but I don't really count that. So when I do have my gallbladder removed here in a few days or in a few weeks, whenever it gets scheduled, that'll really be my first surgery. Hello there, Emmanuel. Yes, this is Mr. Max Emmanuel. He is our about 10-year-old, one of our 3 tuxedos, and he's a diabetic kitty. And you got Orange there, Tang, in the background. Bruce, no, I didn't play anything like not professionally, like in a school setting. No, I did not. I played it for fun with friends and stuff like that, along with a little bit of basketball and that kind of stuff. But I never played it like for a team, high school, anything like that. No. Hello there, Ambi. It is going for the most part well. I hope you are doing as well. Hope things going well for you. We're just hanging out with Mr. Maximus at the moment. Max is one of 2 diabetic cats that we have, and one of 9 cats that live with us all together. What did you play, Bruce? Defense, offense, special teams, little of everything? Karma Zelda's doing overall pretty well for her age and her conditions. Like I was saying earlier, she's going to get some sub-Q fluids tonight. She pooped today, so pooping is always encouraging and always good. So Zelda is doing well for the most part. Ambi, glad to hear that. By the way, Max is too cute. Yeah, so we got Max in this room, and then we have Tang down there just chilling on the ground. Tang Tang. All right, Tang. What's up? I know we got a puke stain on the floor that we're going to have to clean up, aren't we? Get this house ready to get sold. Again, if anybody is new to this particular live stream, I am just dedicating this live stream to the passing of Chris Alcernaut from Happy Cat Sanctuary, who tragically passed away in a fire a couple days ago up in Long Island that took his life and took the life of around 100 of the cats that he was having a home with, or saving, being a part of a home with. Bruce, you played baseball. You were the pitcher, and you won state in your. Oh, awesome, Bruce. I imagine, Bruce, then your shoulders probably a little. How are your shoulders? Are they aching sometimes? I'm assuming right shoulder. I'm assuming you're right-handed, because most people are right-handed. Only the freaks like me are left-handed. Us weird left-handed, or weird lefties, I should say. The right shoulder hurts all the time, I can imagine. Max, you're looking like a snake. Hi. Are you snake-like? Are you a sneaky buddy? Are you a sneaky boy? Also, those who have not seen my last community post, this upcoming Saturday at 2 o'clock, we will be donating to our 6 different charities. So hopefully some of you, I know some of you will be there, but hopefully we'll have some new folk also that come in, or maybe ones that normally don't come in. Hopefully they will join us that day. Yes, Karma, I am left-handed. I'm one of those oddballs. You know, back in the day, like back in the 40s, the 30s, the 40s, and before that, until relatively recently, maybe like the 70s, you know, people that were born left-handed or were left-handed dominant, they were forced to be right-handed. They thought that the left-handed people, there was something wrong with them. They were like evil. So they made them right with their right hand. Kind of crazy. I mean, even like the Latin term for left-handed is like sinister, I think. Can't trust us lefties. We're the evil people out there. Yeah, so you didn't know that? Yeah, that's what they used to do to left-handed people. The crazy and weird things and awful things humans have done to other humans throughout the centuries is quite something. Karma, you're a lefty, but you can use both. Yeah, ambidextrous. Yep. I can barely, to be honest with you, I can barely write with my left hand anyways. I mean, my like writing is like such chicken scratch. I'm like a doctor when it comes to my handwriting. So as bad as like my left hand writing is, my right hand writing is even worse. I mean, I think there's probably like 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds that can probably write more legible than me with my right hand. And I know there are like kindergartners that can write more legible with either hand than my left hand. We're going to hang out with Max here for a few more minutes, and then we're going to go check on some of the other kitties, check on some of the females. And I think Max is kind of getting tired of me being in here with him. Guess my wife is being kind there, saying I write legible with my left hand when I try. I'm not so sure about that. Maybe. Hi, Maximus. If you are new to this live stream, hello, my name is Adam. This is Max. He's one of 9 kitty cats. If you want to say hello in chat, feel free to. But if you just kind of want to hang in the background and just kind of watch, that's perfectly fine too. Trying to slowly but surely here build a community of cat parents and cat lovers and a place that you could feel safe and comfortable with to be yourself. As long as you love cats, everybody is welcomed. Or if you're not sure about cats, then maybe we can convert you over to the dark side of feline persuasions. Oh, you good buddy boy. Oh, I've learned something interesting that I had no idea about cats, actually. I thought this was pretty cool. So technically, all cats are either black or orange. When you go down to like the base coloring, down to the genes, they're either black or they're orange. And say, for example, like a Russian blue, which is gray, right? They're going to start off black, but then their fur is going to get kind of diluted with that gray color. So then they're going to have kind of that gray markings of a Russian blue. Now, there are like multicolored cats or like ball-pied cats like Max here because he's got black and he's got white. And then there's obviously tricolor cats, right? Like calicos and things like that. But I did not know, and I might do a video on it sometime, just talking about the cats are either orange or they're black, and that's it. There's nothing else. There's just a mixture of those two, or black kind of lightens in the gray or white, and then you have the different variations of the orange. So it's pretty neat. Am I boring you, Maximus, with that information? You're like, I already know that, human. Tell me something I don't know. Another little fun fact about kitty cats here is no two cats typically have the same amount of bones in them. A cat will range usually anywhere from about 230 to about 200 and maybe 50 bones or so. And the difference is usually either in the paws, because you might have a polydactyl cat that has an extra claw, right? And it has to do back here with their tail, depending on the depending on the length of the tail, they're going to have more bones in that tail. Max is like, let my tail go, human. Hey, Maxie. Hi, buddy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are a good boy. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to give one more minute with Max, and then we're going to go into the other room at the 30-minute mark. Maxie. Hi, buddy. He's a good boy. All right, Maxie. Let's move your stairs back down here so you can get down better. Hi, buddy. Bruce, sometimes Max definitely struggles to pick those back feet up, and sometimes he walks okay. Let me see if I can get him to walk, just for a moment here. Let me get him, if I can get him off the table. Hold on, Maxie. Hold on. You're okay. You gonna walk? Max. Maxie, come here. You want to come over here? Maximus. So as you can see there, with that walking, I mean, he's still unsteady. He's still a little wobbly. He's still walking on those hocks a little bit, but so it just depends. Sometimes he does a little bit better, and sometimes because unfortunately, sometimes his feet just kind of get stuck on the carpet a little bit. So he walks better, it seems like, when food is around. So when we're feeding him, he gets all excited, and he bizzes his tail and he bizzes his butt a little bit, so he gets a little bit more excited. Excuse me. But we're gonna leave this room. So we're gonna say goodbye to Tang, and we're gonna say goodbye to Max, and we will be checking out some other kitties. Bruce, we're going to start with your favorites. Which means I got to get on the floor again. Hi, Kit. I'm going to start with old Pancakes here. Little Pandora. Pandora's doing well for the most part. You want to go back in your bed? Now, these cats are not going to be happy when we get our carpet replaced, because unfortunately they're probably going to have to all be in a room together except for Rosemary, or we're going to have to cage them up. Thankfully, it's only going to take about a full day or so to do everything. But yeah, we're not looking forward to having to do that. But you got to do what you got to do to sell your home. Hi, Kit. And then, of course, we do wonder which one of these cats are going to be crazy on a very long road trip. We will be sedating all of them, though. We will be giving all of them gabapentin while we're on the road, so they're a little bit more chilled and relaxed than just kind of bleh. Bruce, no. Wood flooring would be way too expensive. So we're just going to replace carpet with carpet. It would be, right now, I think the estimations to like replace all the carpet upstairs, and then the stairs is about $6,000 or so. But you know, it's one of those things that you gotta make, or you gotta, what is it? You gotta, what is that saying? It takes money to make money, or something like that. Now, we would love, to be honest, wherever we go, especially if it is out in Arizona, a lot of the homes there don't have any carpet at all. And that's something I think we would really want to have, is no carpet, you know, because carpet is a pain. It always is dirty. It's bad to clean. It's hard to clean. And it's just a mess. So just having like LVP, vinyl, you know, tile, stuff like that is preferred. Yeah, that's it, Sydney Cat. You got to spend money to make money. Hey, Kit. I know, Kit, not a lot of people liked your short. Your little fishy short didn't get much attention, but oh well. I don't know any of the channel creators out there, those who are channel creators, if you've noticed like your shorts have been doing better or not. I have for a couple of shorts, but I also know that it's kind of inflated with YouTube's new thing. So your shorts will do better, but they're not really doing better. It's just something that YouTube is doing for some reason. Karma, yeah. It's called like something. I don't remember what it's called, but it was maybe like a short or two ago, like maybe 2 shorts ago, maybe 3. It's recent though. That's the thing with YouTube. You never know how a video is going to do or not do. You never know how well it's going to perform. Like with Rosemary's cake pan when she was in a pan, and I was talking about cat parents versus like cat owners. I mean that short got supposedly like 20,000 views, but it really only got about maybe 10,000 views. Just the way that they're counting views now, it's kind of annoying. Bruce, do you mean the channel name? All right, let's go check on some other kitties. Kit. Let's go up here. And we'll get the baby's butt in good shots. Meh. Meh. Hi, baby. Are you a good girl? Zelda. Hi, Zeus. Karma, technically you do have a YouTube channel. Everybody, like if you have a Google account and if you're on YouTube, you have a YouTube channel. Now you don't have any contents in it on it or anything, but technically everybody has a YouTube channel if they're on YouTube. Bruce, Zelda is hanging in there. She's chugging along. She pooped last night or this morning, so I will gladly scoop that out. So she's doing well. Oh yeah, Carmen, no worries, no worries. It's all good. That's why for like myself, I've been telling in like community posts that those who don't have any content, but they have cats, and if they want to share something, with the community, like your video was shared, Karma, and a few other folks have sent pictures to me, and I've introduced like their kitties to the community. I love doing that kind of thing because to me, it kind of like it creates more of a bond within the community that, hey, we are all cat lovers here and we all have those kind of shared experiences. So every so often in the community posts, I'll just remind people, hey, if you want to share your cats with us, pictures or videos, and you don't have any content, you don't have like, any content on your channel, and you want to share, then absolutely do. Hello there, Spence. How you doing? Hope you're doing well tonight. Bruce, yeah, it's always appreciated when you ask about Zelda and Max, Pandora, the cats here. We do the best that we can here. We're not perfect, but I think with our experience and knowledge, we're one of the better places that they can be. I'm sure some people will like when I tell them that, hey, I have 9 cats, they're like, you're a cat hoarder, and it's like, well, maybe I am, maybe I am. But I tell you what, though, these cats are taken care of. They're fed, they're watered, they're planted, and they grow. They get the care that they need. Spence, the little furry ones are all doing well for the most part. I was saying earlier that Max has his good days and his bad days still, but overall he's improving, it seems like. Um, Zelda is the same. I will say, Spence, on a personal note, uh, have some health stuff going on for myself. I have a gallbladder that will need to be removed in the near future. And I have a joyous occasion in a week or so to have a colonoscopy. Um, so, and then we are in the process of getting our current home sold and on the market and sold, and then moving, likely going a few thousand miles on a road trip, relocating with the 9 cats. So that ought to be good fun. I've also had a terrible migraine basically most of this day with the pollen that's outside. Hello there, Cersei. Hope you're doing well, Cersei. Glad that you can join us here. I appreciate the kind and warm comments, Cersei, with the stuff that was been going on with the Happy Cat Sanctuary and Chris. I've been trying to raise enough awareness as much as I can, on my channel. I wish others would do the same, but I can't. I mean, people do what is best for them. But one of those things. Spence moving stresses cats out. Oh, for sure. The good thing though, Spence, as far as these cats go, they're pretty used to moving. They've moved, like the bulk of them have moved multiple times since being together. Now they haven't moved 2,000 miles though, so that'll be definitely something new for us and for them. But we'll be doing gabapentin to help sedate them for the long drives. Spencer started peeing at odd places. That could be definitely stress. Yeah, for sure. Cersei, you are welcome for bringing. Yep, you are welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello there, Tranquil. Hope you're doing well tonight. Hope your mom is doing as well as she can. And that all the kitties are, I think you said they're all kind of getting a little snotty or a little, have like a little upper respiratory infection kind of thing going on. Hopefully that is getting better. Jesus. Yeah, Cersei, I was reading before I went live here, I was reading that so far authorities off of that case, they have not, they don't think any foul play was involved, but to me, it's still kind of suspicious. And I hope that actually is the case. But I don't know. I still have a bad feeling that it wasn't accidental, unfortunately. Karma, you hope me and Catherine and the kitties find our forever home. I used to move. You used to move a lot yourself, mostly for job relocation. Karma, eventually we'll find a home. I would just stick with, or not stick with. I would be satisfied with a home, Karma, that we could stay 5 years in. Let alone, a lifetime. So 5 years would be a good thing. I mean, because we average like 3 and then we move. Hello, boobers. Yes, you're a good little boober scoobers. Tranquil, all of the kitties are on the road to recovery. Awesome to hear, Tranquil. Good to hear. Glare Bear, yeah, I read your comment when I made that video, Glare Bear, and I'm kind of surprised YouTube allowed that comment to stay on. I was fine with your comment. I had no issue with you saying that, but to be honest, I'm just kind of surprised that the YouTube bots didn't take that down or didn't flag it or anything for me to like look at and review, which they didn't. But it was kind of surprising. But I mean, I understand the sentiment from it also. I do want to do two heads up for those that are in chat. One, we're going to be doing our donation live stream on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Hopefully, most of you will be able to join us on that day in a couple days. And then number two, probably I got to get with Shelly with the I Am Raven channel again. I got to get in contact with her again via email. And we're probably going to do another live together. This time though, it might be about like focusing on cat related questions, like maybe like cat health questions or just cat questions in general. So just something to be on a lookout for, maybe in 2 weeks or so. We'll do a community post, like a joint one in the future. But I think it'd be pretty cool for like the two of us to like answer maybe like cat related questions and things like that. I think between both of us, I think we have a fair amount of knowledge, and I think it'd be something that the two communities would like. Hello there, Mary. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, this is the baby. I'm not sure if you're new or not, Mary, to this channel, but this is the baby. Over there is Zelda. That's 2 out of the 9. We're gonna go check on Rosemary here in a little bit. Stopped by to show your support. Awesome. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday evening there. Yeah, excuse me, I got cat hair up my nose. Yeah, so I appreciate the support. So just a few things that we'll be doing in the near future. Glorbear, you get banned for some bad words, you would say, but there wasn't even close enough to how bad things I could really say. Didn't want to express. I understand. Yeah, no, I understand. Sydney Cat's 8th birthday is tomorrow. Your baby is all grown up. Yeah, Sydney Cat, I think your baby is technically a senior now. I want to say at 8 years it's a senior. Bruce, get some Daisy. Maybe. I like to suffer. Mary, you've been following for a little while now. Just cooking and cleaning. FYI, take bromelain. I'm terrible at pronouncing things. I have an allergy medicine. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer to kind of kick in, or during the springtime, it doesn't do much. So I just suffer for like 2 weeks or so, and then I'm usually back to normal. Hello there, Raymond. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Spence, who is the alpha of the little pride? Well, if you go by age, it would be this one because she's 20. She's our oldest. Kit, who's under the bed, thinks she's the alpha, and then Yoda, the boy, he probably thinks he's the alpha also. But let's go downstairs and let's go hang out with Rosie to finish up this live stream. So we're gonna say goodbye to Zelda, the baby, Pandora, Tiny, Yoda, and Kit, who are under the bed, and we're gonna go check out. What's her name, Rosemary. Rosemary still outside?
Come in and out, but she's out there again.
Okay.
She was in the box.
The box, the Rice Krispies box. So it's been a while, but we're gonna brave the outdoors here. The screened-in porch is gonna look a little messy. Hi. Because earlier I had to do some sweeping. This was like caked in with pollen, unfortunately. Hi, honey. Rosemary was kind of living inside that Rice Krispies box. You want to stay out here? Hello, there's is it Sylvia? Silva? Slivy? I'm sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Well, hello. Hope you're doing well tonight. You want to show me around your box? Marie, like your home, it's lovely. Thank you, Spence, for that $2. That'll go to that GoFundMe. I was saying earlier that any donations, any supers tonight are going to go to that GoFundMe for that Happy Cat Sanctuary. So that's appreciated, Spence. Let's see. Miracle's birthday is April the 5th. Okay. How old is Miracle going to be, Tranquil? Like 8 or something? No, I don't think Miracle's that old, is she? Oh, Maria, for sure. You know, it's the funny thing is you buy this expensive stuff, right? These expensive toys. Cersei, I appreciate that $10. That'll also go to the GoFundMe. So appreciate it. Helping those cats up there in Long Island. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so you buy like expensive toys, right? Expensive stuff for your cats, for these cats, and what do? They just wind up just staying in the box. You know? What are you doing, honey? You want to come over here? Hi. Come here. Come here, you stubborn little cat. Rosie, I know you can't hear me. Yes, those who might be new, who haven't seen this channel, or maybe see it every so often. Rosemary is deaf, so she can't hear anything. Or at least we think she's deaf. She has selective hearing, perhaps. You're going to go into your Rice Krispies box. Hi, you little nutcase. Hello there, Rosemary. Hope you're doing well today. Appreciate you joining us, Rosemary. While we have Rosemary on. Even though Rosemary can't hear, I still talk to her like she can hear me. I think that's important. Having this special needs kitty, you got to treat them, you know, like they don't have any issues. They don't have any conditions or anything like that. I think that's the best thing to do. You know, I think it'd be kind of neat eventually to have a kitty that is blind, that can't see. I just think that'd be kind of a cool thing to have eventually too. I mean, we have Rosemary who's deaf. We have our special need kitties, things like that. A few of the females that you know. Well, I think we all have selective hearing on occasion there. But this is definitely the cat's like favorite spot out here with the screened-in porch. Now, normally these things over here are up on this, but like I was saying, you know, you can still see some of the pollen on here. We're gonna have to probably some weekend we're gonna have to take all this stuff out and hose all this stuff down. Yeah, Rosemary, there's definitely froggies that are going on. Y'all can hear those frogs. I'll stop talking for a second. But yeah, we have like a pond, kind of a creek in our backyard area. That's not too far from the house, and they're definitely loud. You can hear them through the windows upstairs. Cersei, your cat Emma only sees shadows. Had a bad eye infection as a baby. Okay. Hi, Rosie. What's up, honey? Mary, you have a deaf and almost blind kitty, 17. You give him joint supplements in the water. He has FIV and stays sick every few months, but you give him supplements and it really helps. Awesome. How long have you had the kitty, Mary? And God bless you for taking care of a cat that has FIV. I think a lot of people are kind of afraid of cats or don't want to have anything to do with cats that have like FIP or FIV, feline AIDS, things like that, because they think they're just lost causes and that they're basically just death sentences, but they're not. So God bless you for doing that. Cersei, Emma can still out hunt her brothers when a bug comes in the house. Okay. Who's a good Rosie? I know you get that dirty nose, honey. Hi, honey bunny. Bruce, if I'm thinking correctly, FIV, I kind of get some of these things mixed up in my head. FIP, FIV, feline AIDS, feline leukemia. I know it has something to do with the immune system. There's like an immunity issue. You can correct me, Maria, if you're still listening, and tell us. But I know it has something to do with immunity. There's some kind of like immune deficiency issue with the kitties, so they have a weakened and compromised immune system. So they're more apt to get sick, and it takes them longer to recover because of that weakened immune system. Spence, you lost a stray kitten to FIV. Vet was just hopeless. Yeah, and that's the thing also is a lot of veterinarians, they don't have any practice with it. Or I feel like a lot of veterinarians, they treat felines like they're little dogs, and they're so different. Now, on the good news with FIV, it is very expensive, and it's I think semi hard to get out in this country. But there is a kind of a treatment. I don't know if it's a cure, but there is a treatment that helps. Again, I don't think it's a cure, but definitely it helps their situation. Feline immune deficiency. Okay, I was thinking it was something like that, Spence. Some of these diseases, they all like kind of they kind of all run together. They're very similar, so I get them mixed up. Oh, is it FIP? Like I said, I'm losing my mind with all this stuff going on. I could have sworn it was FIV though. And you're probably right. You're probably right though, Tranquil. It probably is FIP that I'm thinking of that does have that treatment out like in the UK that's out in America too. So my mistake on that. Hi, honey. Tranquil, yes. FIP and FIV are different. They have similar symptoms though. Rosemary, your shadow had feline herpes virus, but something else was also going on. Yeah. I'm sure that's still tough, Rosemary. I know it's been maybe a couple of months or so for Shadow. So I definitely understand and know that that's still and will be always kind of rough. So our condolences obviously go out to you with that. 5 weeks, okay. We're at our hour mark, but I'm going to go a few more minutes. One, because, yeah, Tranquil can definitely talk about FIP and FIV a little bit. Feel free to, on that, Tranquil, go ahead and let us know the difference. Because honestly, I'm confusing the two. I think I had too much pollen go up my nose and into my brain today. Hey, Rosie. And we'll just hang out here and just kind of give Rosemary a little bit of a chin rub. She won't mind. Yeah, Rosemary, you know, it's pollen season that's making it worse. It makes it yucky. But thankfully, like the heavy, nasty pollen season is almost, the pine trees are almost done exploding all their pollen out to everybody. Spence Vet said roughly four-fifth percent of feral community in the UK have FIV. Never heard of it before your kitty was diagnosed. Wow, 4/5. That's a lot. It's 80%. Wow. Tranquil, FIP has two different types. That's right, wet and dry. That's right. That does sound familiar. Rosemary, also where you're living at with the pollen. Bruce, Benadryl works. I know, Bruce, I'm stubborn when it comes to medication because the reason I don't like to do a lot of medication, Bruce, or heavier medication is it knocks me out pretty bad. So I could take like a Benadryl tonight, right? And it'll help me sleep, but then I'm going to be like a zombie most of tomorrow. So I'm a lightweight when it comes to any kind of medication. Hey, Rosie. What's up, honey? You want to go out there and dance with the frogs out there? Tranquil saying there's nothing that can be done with FIP, the wet variation. You know, Rosemary, I certainly hope that frogs mean rain because I tell you what, where we live, I go out in our driveway and it's coated in yellow. It's like the yellow brick road out there, except for I'm just not going to Oz. I'm not going to go see the wizard, but if I did, it'd be kind of neat. But I don't think I'm going to see the wizard tonight. Does turmeric really help for allergies? Good question, Cersei. I don't have any idea on that myself. See if anybody in chat does. Spence, you meant 4 to 5%. Okay, I was gonna say 4/5. I mean, that's like 80%. That's like wow, that's crazy high. Yeah, 4 to 5% sounds a little bit more reasonable with the feral colonies out there in out there in the UK. Rosemary used oil of oregano. It helps.
It smells out here.
Are you coming back in, honey? All right. Let's go in. As Rosemary's going in, and we're going to escort her up the room. Hello there, Ray. I hope you're doing well. You snort turmeric. It really doesn't help your allergies, but you feel weird afterwards. All right. All right. Turmeric has anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammation, and helps with arthritis. I might have to start taking that for my knees then. Tranquil, you lost your precious Ori. at 3 years old to wet FIP. Sorry to hear that, Chenkle. Was that recent or was that a little while ago? All right, Rosie, we got to go upstairs. Come on. Come on, you have food upstairs. Come on, carpet. You know you're not supposed to go that way, honey. Yes, let's lead us into the dining room.
She gave you a present?
Hi. This is our dance that we do every night with Rosemary. She's got to lead us around, and eventually she'll sashay her way up them stairs into her room. I know, honey, you got some food to eat still, don't you? Cersei, this last year you started drinking Teramic ginger tea. Not for allergies, but now you're thinking you haven't had allergies in over a year. Could be a connection then. Even though earlier I said that I'm a lightweight when it comes to medication, I probably will take a Benadryl or like an Advil PM, something that'll help knock me out for the night. Because along with the pollen and the kind of irritated eyes, I've had a massive, nasty migraine most of today. So I'll be glad to get some sleep here in a few hours. Ray, you're constantly called roofing. It's fine. It's funny, Ray. Always love that sense of humor. Ray, how's everybody doing down there in Florida? All the kitties doing well? Jess doing well, I hope. Hope everybody's doing well out there. As we just watch Rosemary eat her food. Yeah, Karma, I understand that. Spell check always gets me. Everybody's doing okay? Okay, good to hear. Glad that that's the case. Is Darkness still an outside kitty, Ray, or has Darkness made his way into the home, or is he still out in the shop? I probably will get going here in a few minutes. I just wanted to extend this time a little bit so Tranquil was able to answer those FIP, FIV questions that Bruce had. I think maybe Karma had too. I don't quite remember, but that a few people had. Again, I want to say a thank you for Spence and Cersei who were donating tonight. And that those donations will go directly to the GoFundMe out in the Happy Cat Sanctuary. Again, it's unfortunate that it takes like a tragedy to bring people together like that, but it is also, on the other hand, an awesome thing to see when a cat community around the world can come together and show support and show love when a tragedy like that struck. Ray, what were you saying? Darkness is still living around the shop. There are now 3 other guys that feed him now. Okay. And you're getting closer to petting him. All right. Well, hopefully you don't lose a finger there with that, Ray. I know Darkness can be a little feisty, a little spicy from time to time. Yes, Ray, I am. I'm talking about the Long Island Happy Cat Sanctuary with the Chris Arsenault, I do believe his name is. I can't pronounce his last name, but Yeah, I did a video on it yesterday, and then I did a community post kind of highlighting it today, and I decided to make tonight's live stream dedicated to it. So yes, I have done. Yeah, that's unfortunately what I'm talking about. I think they kind of ruled out arsony, but you never know. You just never know, you know. But I'm gonna get going here because Rosemary is heading to the toilet, and I like to keep these live streams, PG rated for the most part. I'm not gonna show any Tootsie Roll making tonight. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Again, thank you, Spence and Cersei, for those supers. We'll make a GoFundMe donation here either later tonight or tomorrow, and then I will post it on the community. I'll make a screenshot of it and I'll post it in the community because I always like to be transparent with all of these donations, just to be, I think that builds trust. But I know I'm kind of rambling here a little bit. But I'm gonna, Cersei, I appreciate there was another 5. So thank you very much, Cersei. I know that means a lot to you because I know you said you lived very close to that community. I think you said you were like 2 towns away or so. And I know like Strong Rescue is doing all that they can. And I know that some of the other rescue groups are also doing as much as they can to help. And the donations through that GoFundMe has been incredible. I mean, I think they're around close to like $700,000 raised, which is just amazing. So, I appreciate that. And I hope you all have a good rest of your night. Hopefully, I'll see some of you on Saturday when we do our donations to various cat rescues and individuals across the world. Until then, I'll take care. Have a good night, and I'm gonna head out here. So I got some scooping of litter to do, and Rosemary is gonna run away. All right. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you hopefully on Saturday. Until then, take care. God bless, and bye bye.